Well, I think we're live. Yep, we're live. Hello! Hello! Launching. Yeah. Yep. Indeed. Alright, so for those of you who just joined in, hello, welcome. It's Friday night, and I'm playing video games with my friend Chris, who is the crew's law speaker. We are doing trade runs, which are not remotely interesting to watch, really. But they're very lucrative for us, and it gives me a chance to actually do this while actually reading the chat, because almost all of what I'm going to be doing is flying around in space. So I should be able to focus on the chat a little better than I was yesterday. Yes, we will occasionally be attacked by pirates, but we can take them. Well, yeah, me either. By taking them, I mean run away. We're extremely good at that. Jumping. Right behind you. I do, in fact, have the ball pit balls. I have a whole series of buckets full of all the various things for Nerf wars, flags for capture the flag, and cones, and all of that, so... Yes, I saw your reply. I haven't gotten around to dealing with emails yet today. May tomorrow afternoon. If not, it'll be Sunday. What is the story of this game? Elite Dangerous actually has a huge backstory going back to the 80s. I think the first game came out in 84, which is ridiculous. And then they had two sequels that came out in the 90s, I think 94 and 95. And then they waited 20 years until the technology caught up, and then they released Elite. And it's in our future. You can actually go to Earth in this game and hover above Earth and look down on it. I think the year is 3303 now, is it? Yeah, the Imperial ships do kind of have a Nubian look about them. I like the Imperial ships. They're pretty. They're pretty. They're also fast. Yeah, mine is currently, our ships are currently glossy, or shiny gold, because we are rich in the game. Well, the survey is not complete yet for the next story time, but one of them is currently fairly far ahead. A janky mod, you say? Golden Gaming, what did you do to it? Dropping into Tito Orbital. That does sound comfortable, actually. make a fully automatic rocket launcher. Do I? I don't. I'd like to. That'd be fun. I like the C96. I like the fact that it's a heavier caliber and just it's neat looking. One could probably argue that the Luger is the better pistol, but it's svelter, if nothing else. Yeah. Plus the Luger had the submachine gun modification option. Yeah. As am I. Sharded. Cat Pirate, I really like the Cytec X52 that I've got. Well, I've got the Pro. Oh, who am I hitting? Am I hitting you? Okay. I'll just bounce off of it. Didn't do enough damage to get in trouble, so can't been that bad. I'm terribly curious, actually. My favorite Nerf gun? My favorite Nerf gun is still the Stampede, as far as stock Nerf guns go. Or rather, Nerf Blaster, to use the acceptable nomenclature. Yeah, if I end up showing up, which I'm leaning towards going, I will bring all of my Nerf gaming supplies with me. I thought I just answered that. The Stampede. Stampede is my favorite Nerf blaster. Let's see, where'd he go? Rylan, it wouldn't actually be that difficult to alter the Punisher to take magazines if you really wanted it to. Alternatively, you could, go with a proton pack setup. At which point you've, built tier Mark 1. West vs. Zombies allowed up to 150 FPS. It didn't seem to have much of a problem. End War only allows, I think, 130. Afterworlds, I think, capped at 120. It really kind of depends on the age of who's playing. Oddly enough, Afterworlds is 18 and up, and they have the lowest of all of the FPS caps, but they also don't require eye protection, so... Yeah, the Stampede is actually one of the few electric spring-powered blasters. So it is a Springer, but it's electric, which is what I like about it. It has recoil. That flywheels, sound like, a weed eater when you rev them up, or a vacuum cleaner, whereas the Stampede has that reciprocating sound of a bolt moving back and forth, which I really like. It uses a gearbox to drive back the plunger. What's that? This is a good point. Hey, no screen peeking. That is a faux pas, sir. When multiplayer had to be in the same room. Yes, I did give a blaster to Clowney's giveaway. Just docked, sir. This is true. What is that? Basic medicines. Yeah, that's handy. Well, I do it the easy way and bookmark them and then put a 0 in front of the name so they're the top 2. Makes it really easy to jump through. And I could hypothetically then quite easily make macros to chart me back and forth between the top 2 stations. But the macros are always finicky anyway. I find it's actually faster to just make them chart. Yeah. What? What? You bouncing off of me? I thought you'd already left. Nice. I really don't have any fears in this game at this point. Our ships are so powerful. The one bad thing that did happen is I did an exploration trip out to the rim, and then didn't get all the way logged out of the game, and my ship ended up exploding while I was out there, and I lost a week worth of exploration, lost all the data, lost my ship. The ship wasn't hard to replace, but the data was all lost. So I need to make that trip again and get that data back. No, I have a feeling if I got the eye tracker thing, it would just make me motion sick. So as it is, I like being able to look around at my other screens and do other things without screens bobbling around. So I just have buttons back for looking left and right. I am playing with the crew's law speaker, Snorri Bjornsson. And we're doing trade runs because if you're in a wing and you do trade runs, you get a cut. You get extra money, basically. Which, at the level of trade we're doing, it's a significant cut. Ooh. The very first time I ever played Elite Dangerous was on an Oculus Rift, and it did make me motion sick, but I think that was less the Oculus Rift and more the fact that I wasn't used to the controls. So I was used to what does roll now being yaw, and so every time I went to try to drift left, I ended up doing a barrel roll, and it was making me motion sick. Though it could have been the VR too. I haven't tried it on VR since. My lieutenant uses VR, and since he primarily does dogfighting, that gives him a huge advantage. No, I have not seen Space Engineers. Yes, Elite Dangerous. I haven't played No Man's Sky, so I couldn't really tell you whether it's better or not, but the fact that they have mapped the entire Milky Way galaxy, there are 400 billion star systems that you can travel to. You can't travel to all of them because you would not live long enough to get to all of them. There are simply too many for you to ever be able to travel to them all, but they're all there. Dropping into Tito Orbital. Yeah, we play till about midnight Pacific time, so depending on what time zone you're in. Well, I'm not actually a pilot, so I can't fly with either of them. Ultimate Armories, what time is it there right now? I would assume it's 9:42? Well, given that I know absolutely nothing about either the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds, I would flip a coin. Good evening, Null Nerfer. Yeah, so you're in Central Time. Bloody trade ships clogging. That sounds like something I would do. I did buy the right stuff, yeah, Indian, okay. I occasionally play Civilization, I occasionally play Worms. Occasionally play Total War. Who am I bumping into now? I think I'm not bumping into anyone. I think I might be catching on part of the station. Those overhanging. Yeah. Yeah, I finally figured out Chris is getting piped into my headphones so you don't have to hear his echo and he doesn't have to censor himself. And then I got the game audio playing, so working out the bugs. Nope, never played Heart of Iron. Used to play Heavy Gear and Heavy Gear 2, Battlezone and Battlezone 2, Age of Empires and Age of Empires 2. And Strike. The law speaker says he does not cuss a lot, but his son does. Wolfric does, my lieutenant. Not as bad as the engineer, though. Yes, Age of Empires goes way back. I'm a very old man. I played Castle of the Winds, man. That is one step up from text-based. Heck, I played the original Zork, which was text-based. Violators of Inquisition. It is dark. You are likely to be eaten by a grue. My favorite Halo armor? I have played Halo precisely once, and it made me motion sick. So I know nothing about Halo. The Proto Tier. I like this. Yes, Proto Tier is good. What was that, Chris? Yeah, there we go. The law speaker says that the best Halo armor is in fact Mark IV Imperator armor because Space Marines are better. No, even if I could play first-person shooters, the only one I ever really enjoyed was Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefront 2, which is why the only console I've ever owned is a PlayStation 2. Civ 5. I prefer Civ 5. I tried 6. No, I tried the latest Total War, I think. And I didn't enjoy it as much as... Or maybe it was Civ. I don't remember. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know where my PS2 came from. It literally just showed up in the mail one day. No note, no return address, just a PlayStation 2 in a box. Used, with some games. I've been playing Elite Dangerous a couple of years now. Like, I think we started like 6 months after it came out. Original Battlefront, by the way. No, it's not a Nubian ship, it's an Imperial cutter, but it does rather resemble a Nubian ship. Though it's not chrome, it's gold-plated, because it is the INS Ostentatious, because I'm a king. For anyone who's interested, what we're currently doing in the game is a trade run, but it's a very specific trade run. We are delivering medicines to a plague-infested system, but we're doing so at like a 1400% markup. We are, in fact, big space pharma. Yes, it should be noted that we don't set the price. But that doesn't mean we're not going to take shameless advantage of these poor, plague-ridden peasants. You know, I wouldn't put it past Sparky to have sent me that PlayStation long before he ever knew me. Trespassing. Maybe get an air traffic controller who actually knows what he's doing. Oh, jeez. That was an orc. Well, first it was an asp, then it was the orc. Hello, goodbye. Do the Death Star in this game? Sell it? Buy something useful? You know, I think I have glow-in-the-dark paint. Anyway, get stuck in what? Who? Just to watch it jump in. As space rends itself. What is the whole point of Elite Dangerous? Well, given that it's a video game, the point is to have fun. Yeah. We have done some space piracy, but it turned out to not be very profitable. It's far more profitable to be a space trucker and just transport materials. Well, like I said, the goal is to have fun. There, you can do bounty hunting, you can do piracy, you can do trade, you can do exploration, you can do mining. Those are all the ways to make money. You can just run missions. You can be a taxi, essentially. Oh god, I'm being attacked by pirates. You'll never take me alive! Sir. You already dropped? You can distract me while I make my getaway. Yes, you can blow other ships up. There's a lot of combat in the game. There are war zones, there are bounty hunting, there's piracy, there's just attacking people because you're a jerk, that's always an option. But only if you're in open play, which I don't ever go into open play, because it's full of jerks. First of all, I don't drink. And second of all, that was me getting attacked by a pirate. They were trying to pull me out of hypercruise and attack me and take my stuff. Take my shipment of medicine. What sort of a vicious scumbag attacks a medical transport? Now those filthy peasants better not cough on my ship again when I get there. Yeah, the downside of playing a pirate in this game is that you get a bounty on your head and everybody comes and kills you. You are, in fact, not allowed to just kill people with impunity. They have laws. Depending on where you do it. If you go to an anarchy system, you can do whatever you want, but nobody goes there, so there won't be anyone to kill. But other pirates. Which, if you're into that, is fun. Yes, I play French horn and the penny whistle. Where'd it go? I lost my snack. I can't reach it. Aha! Get your own rope there, Jimmy. Yeah, moop. Yeah, it's similar to other space games. Here's one of the differences. Here is the region of space I am in. This is part of human inhabited space. See all the local stars. These are all stars that you can jump to. Every one of those stars can be visited. There are lots of stars. And by lots of stars, I mean there are billions and billions of stars in this game. And you can travel to all of them. There are black holes you can go to, there are nebulas, there are... yeah. Lots and lots of stars. The whole galaxy. I need to make the trip to Sagittarius A one of these days. Oh yeah? What does it look like in there? Just stars everywhere? That is neat. Yeah. See, the rim, the outer rim is the opposite. There's just nothing. No stars. The sky is just completely black. Very boring. I think I've only ever got up to 50. That's the only difference between us? Pretty sure there are a great many other differences. So it's at 24,000? Well, hammer shot. Yeah, that's when I said I need to go to Sagittarius A. That is the supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy. It's referred to as the Buckyball Run, going to Sag A and back. Somebody's done it in like 5 hours or something. I think it's less than that now. Whatever it is, it's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Pirates. No, no! My friend is being attacked by vicious, vicious men. No, I'm fine. It's going pretty good. Trying to get you in can. What a punk. Dropping it right behind you. So is you being interdicted. Also, I'm all glitchy now. There we go. Must have tried to interdict you. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm not wanted. I'm just... Yeah, he probably would. Well, no, he shouldn't, because when his interdiction failed because you dropped, he should have automatically dropped. Assuming the rules follow. Blue Angel may think he doth protest too much. Pretty sure just about anybody on this stream is going to be a nerfer. Why else would they be here? What the hell? Who's bouncing off of what? Anonymous access. Oh, that's right. I had that traffic violation. How am I what? Anonymous access. I must pay my debt to society. And redeem some trade dividends. I've forgotten what I'm buying. Medicine. That's the stuff. Penicillin. Tylenol. Tons of it. Giant gold ship. Nope. I was just coming in right behind you. So embarrassing. Look at this guy. I'm doing well today. No, you're not. My brother doesn't live in Washington. He lives in Boise with his husband. And they're two little dogs who are absolutely obscenely well behaved for being rat dogs. Yeah. They know not to go in the kitchen. They are complete attention whores. Which is okay. The gnome said something that resulted in me having a somewhat depressing thought. Because I was perfectly friendly with the dogs. They demanded pets, I gave them pets. They jump on the couch on my lap and sit there and demand more pets. And I was perfectly accommodating, and she was baffled by the fact that I was actually, you know, being friendly with a pet. It occurred to me that those two dogs showed me more physical affection in 2 days than humans have in the last 2 years. I may be lonely. But they got pets, so it was good. Oh, jeez. I am not gonna be going slow enough. Going too fast. Goodbye. We'll try this again. I prefer to think of it as the scenic route. I wasn't even going too fast. I don't know. Whatever. Right behind you. Yeah. Somebody said they asked a real question. What was the real question? My grip strength actually comes from fencing, because it's all grip and wrist. I want to do that sometime too. What missions do you suggest to start in Elite Dangerous? Either data transfer missions or cargo missions. Since you start in such a small ship, data doesn't take up any cargo space, so you can easily do those missions. The yellow lines that you see are generally the orbits of the planets. Yeah. What am I here for? Indian? Yeah. Oof. This could be fun. Oh, hey, I got out without crashing.
This station operates under docking reservation.
Oh, just get out of this starport. Oh no! Oh no! I'm gonna have to drag this Titan 6 out with me. We're good. Nothing to see here. Luckily, the cutter is not as wide as the clipper. You didn't miss much, just me flying back and forth in space over and over again, selling overpriced medicines to the poor beleaguered masses. We're not on a console. This is on PC, man. It is also available on the PS4, I believe. Hello, Caleb. You have been noticed. You're weird. No, Caleb. I think he means the chat in general. Or it could be him and the mouse in his pocket. I don't know. How many times the Nerf kid's gonna try to pimp his channel in my chat before he gives up? Probably. Oh, jeez. Ah, God, there's a star. My name. Somebody asked me to say my name. So I said my name. I've said my name a couple of times now. I'm a generous soul. Oh, Okay, and the Nerf kid is gone. Oh god! It's 2 clicks. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just get attacked by pirates. Oh jeez. Escape vector. Escape vector. I've got 2 hands. I only need one of them. I can. I'm not going to, but I can. Yeah, we do plenty of dogfighting. We did bounty hunting yesterday, and then me and my lieutenant got into the law speaker's Corvette's fighters and ran amok. I think I crashed 4 or 5 times. Tens of credits in 3D printed fighter parts. All that filament adds up. I watched the trailer this morning like any good nerd before I even got out of bed. Yep. Came out this morning. What happened in the news? Launching. I just got here. It'll be a while before I do another Nerf thrift video. I quit doing the big 10 Goodwill loops because they took too much time and I've run out of room. So I now do just little short videos of my Goodwill runs on my Instagram. So if you really want to get a thrift fix, check out Captain Xavier Nerf on Instagram. Yeah. What do I think will happen to Iron Man? I think he will get punched. Well, somebody has to, or there's no actual consequences for anything. At least Whedon's not in charge anymore. Is he? Is Whedon still in charge? Whedon's in charge, they all gonna die. Ain't nobody gonna come back. Because it's Whedon. He could have lived through that. I mean, they didn't even call the doctor. I'm sure Simon could have, you know. He's a brilliant surgeon. He could have pulled that spike out of Wash's chest. Just the captain wanted his wife. That's what it was. Jealous of Wash's ability to grow a mustache. Well, given that I have binoculars as part of my HVZ loadout, it'd be kind of silly if I said they were not useful. And I have used them, so yeah, get yourself some small binoculars. Put them in a pouch somewhere. Probably figure out where I'm taking this spaceport demo. gonna die. I have already established I can say that. I'm just not going to. Strife or EAT? That is a tough choice. If it's for HVZ, I honestly recommend the Elite Alpha Trooper, just because it's not flywheel powered, and flywheel powered is not a great HVZ primary in general. Also, yeah, that too. I mean, either is a good option, but I would favor the Elite Alpha Trooper as a player, just because, largely because it's pump action. It makes you slow down and actually aim, whereas the Strife you can burn through ammo a little too quick if you get trigger happy. Which is why I really don't recommend anything fully automatic for HVZ. You're just going to waste ammunition and get killed. Eight by 21 binoculars? What an arbitrary number. Oh, definitely the Elite Alpha Trooper if you're going to be close quarters. The Strife will give your position away. Because I wasn't playing as a human, I was playing as an NPC. And Ragnar Oktoberfest was not entirely HVZ. There was also the PvP aspect of it, and the Strife is a better PvP weapon, in my opinion. I don't know if I'll be going to Jared's Epic Nerf Battle yet. I was tentatively invited back as a guest last year, but he has since handed over control of the special guests to Hasbro, and Hasbro doesn't like me. So there's a good chance I won't be invited back as a guest, and in that case I may decide to just go as a participant. Yeah. Everybody should want to deploy. Deploys are awesome. Oh, they won't. Hasbro can't. There are a lot of aspects. You know, the whole making blasters for kids in wheelchairs would look great, but have you seen me in my whole gear? That's not exactly the spokesperson of a toy company. Yeah. I definitely prefer the Strife over the Evader. One, the Evader lights up, so not only is it noisy, but it's a beacon to where you are. And I don't like the ergonomics. That front handle, thumb hole grip thing is just the most uncomfortable thing I have ever tried to use as a foregrip. Where am I? What am I doing? I'm selling medicine. Cool. Made almost 20 million already. Indian. Oh, good lord. You seem to be struggling there. Oof. Halfway, yeah. You can get them on eBay. You can usually find them at Goodwill if you look long enough. Apparently I refueled. I don't remember actually doing
You have exceeded the station exclusion zone. Take care, man.
that. Savers? Not that I know of. We've got Value Village and we've got Goodwill and then we've got loads of small thrift shops. I think there's currently a deploy lying in my yard because somebody asked me if they could have one. I said, sure, I'll put one in the yard. Come by and pick it up. Apparently, they seemed to think I was going to mail it to England for them. A 12-round mag? A whole 12-round mag? Good lord! Where did you get it? Tell me your secrets. Ah, yes, you have my permission to have a 12-round mag. If anybody tries to say you can't, tell them I said you could. What? So you say. The deploy is not crap. And I will not say that it is. The deploy is a lovely blaster with some neat and fun gimmicks. And if you know how to properly mod them, they can actually be really, really fun. Have a 1-round mag? You mean a dart? That was good times. No. No, I will not. The deploy does not suck. The deploy is a lovely blaster. Four-round mags? No, if you can minimize 6-round magazines so that they're flush with the bottom of the mag wall, and I think they hold 4 at that point, which some people do for cosmetic reasons. Coop hates the deploy because the one that he had was a lemon. It was an old one. It happens to any of the old blasters, and because worst blaster on the world and destroying it and setting on fire is clickbait and it gets lots of views. I've met him. We talked and we discussed it. He's like, yeah, that was supposed to be a one-time gag, but nobody seems to realize that the joke is over. Kind of like Jolt reskins. I keep getting people commenting that. And you're like, yeah, that joke got old 2.5 years ago. But in his defense, I created the "Can it take a K-26" meme, and so he has to deal with that in his comments. So I suppose it's only fair that I have to deal with Jolt reskin and Deploy sucks comments. It is. And most people don't have enough wit to come up with a new joke. That is generally preferable. We're driving up the prices, man. We're crashing the whole economy. That's not...
Please show consideration to fellow visitors. Slow down and maintain a reasonable distance.
Exactly. What Beret did with the deploy is exactly the kind of mod that you can do with it. I've been meaning to do that because it really did come out looking really, really cool. I want to try to put a Titan in it, and so you can actually fire Titan rockets off of a deploy just to one-up Brett because it's you have to. It's how it works. Yeah, exactly. I should put a Titan and a saxophone. Because Bray has the sax BZ. Where we put an XBZ into a saxophone. I should do one with a Titan. Or better yet, a proton pack and a saxophone. How do we know Coop isn't watching this? Because why would Coop be watching me live stream a video game? He has much better things to do. It did pop up. In blue. I have heard of Critical Role. I've never actually watched it. I've got a friend who does, though, who occasionally updates me when stuff's going sideways. Yeah, I thought the Judge was a neat build. I mean, it's 9 times bigger than it needs to be, but it's a neat concept. Plus, if you're playing in a game where blaster tags don't count, it's practically a shield. Look at all them delicious, delicious profit dividends. Am I buying indium again? Is that what I'm getting here? Yeah. Forgot what part of the loop I'm on. What? What is it with this place in belugas? Yes, we are in fact currently doing a trade run. So we're buying cheap at one station and selling high at the other, and then doing it again. One direction we're buying a material called indium, and the other direction we're buying basic medicines, because in this station there's a plague, so they're paying huge amounts of money for basic medicines. So we're using it's something like a 1400% markup, something horrific like that. We have become big space farmers, is who we are. Can I leave now? Well, no, there was 3 ships in line behind you, waiting to get out for that beluga. Well, cannot get the indium to the people who need indium. Yeah, indium and indium. What do I think is the most effective Nerf magazine? Probably for its size, I'm actually kind of torn between the 18-round drum and the 22 worker mags, just because the worker mags fit in mag pouches, but the 18-round drum is so nicely compact. I don't even get out of my ship when I'm in an infected station. I make the automated monkeys do it. Hello, Snappy. Goodbye, Snappy. Have a good evening, Snappy. I will miss you. Oh yeah, space is crawling with monkeys. Monkeys everywhere. Mostly flying anacondas and hazardous resource extraction sites. That does sound like a bit of a racial slur now that you mention it. Of course, if anyone's going to call anybody space monkeys, it would be somebody else calling us space monkeys when we finally get into space more. Violent, angry, racist space monkeys. That's humans. I think it's more insulting if they intentionally get it wrong. No, I believe they finally got rid of YouTube messaging, which is good because I never remembered to check it anyway. What link? Gonna have to block him. I think it automatically filters links in the chat. Okay, that is enough of that. Didn't like him anyway. You know, I haven't the foggiest idea how many runs we're done. I don't even know how many runs we've done so far. Delicious treat dividends. I'm playing Elite Dangerous. Welcome to the chat. See, I would argue that Boba Fett wasn't a villain, so I don't think that's a good, ouchies. Hmm? Mr. Snappy, my favorite Nerf blaster of all time is still the Stampede. For reasons. I am an Imperial entanglement. I finally managed to get fully ranked up in the Empire in this game. I am a king, an Imperial king. I'm also a Federation admiral. Because you can do that. Pro Deo Imperatore! Oh no! They're after me! He flew into the sun! Some pirate tried to interdict me and flew himself into the sun. Oh, that pleases me. I think I've actually flown one through a planet once before, too. That was fun. The hammer shot is still my favorite Nerf pistol, though, as the debate goes, I believe the hammer shot is the better pistol for HVZ, whereas the strong arm is the better pistol for wars. What about the Kronos? Yeah, to you guys who keep trying to post links in the chat, they automatically get filtered. You can't post links in the live chat. I don't know why you keep trying. Yeah, I would argue the disruptor over the strong arm because it's easier to reload. The whole flip out cylinder thing is neat if you do a drop cylinder, but other than that, it just makes it slightly more awkward to reload. The fact that the disruptor has the open cylinder makes it quicker to reload on the fly, I would imagine. I'm stuck in the queue. What do you think is the more effective armor, Boba Fett or Batman from the Dark Knight? Like what? It'd be like asking what's the better vehicle, a prop, a bi-wing prop plane from the 1920s or a TIE fighter. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Boba Fett. I mean, he's got a flamethrower built into his. To be fair, though, Batman's superpower is his belt has everything. That too. He is also a super genius. That's the one people always forget. It's like Tony Stark. Like, Tony Stark doesn't have any superpowers. It's like, no, when you're that much more intelligent than anyone else on the planet, that qualifies as a superpower. Also, infinite money is a superpower. Where are we at? What are we doing? Ah, we're gouging the minions. I mean, providing aid and relief to the stricken... Yes, the poor, downtrodden folks who really need to quit coughing and get back to making more superconductors, because I'm losing nearly 100 credits a trip. Filthy peasants. Scrofulous. Yes, these scrofulous plebs. I swear to God, Typhoid Mary, I find one more bloody fingerprint in my hull, and I'm doubling the rates. Yes! Dual-wielding hammer shots is an awesome idea. That is why they are cool, because you can dual-wield them. Oh, jeez. Everybody's trying to get out of the space station at once. I'm gonna get stuck. I'm gonna get stuck.
Reports of heavy traffic within the area. Maintain safe clearance distance.
You know, you make an excellent point about Boba Fett's pouches. I always wondered what was in that belt. Probably space batarangs or something. I think transformers are a good idea. They help convert the energy from one form to another, so it's more useful than what we're getting purely from the hydroelectric dams, but... yeah, they allow for a much more efficient use of energy. Yes. And occasionally they explode, and it's a beautiful show. Which version of Iron Man's armor? What about Tesla? What was his idea? Oh, wireless transmission, yeah. Yeah, but you cook the birds. Which, you know, would provide free food for the homeless. You know, just a cooked pheasant, a cooked pigeon just falling out of the sky constantly. At that point, I'd probably go with Iron Man's armor, just because, I mean, at that point, it is a walking Deus Ex Machina. Yeah. Iron Man or Hulkbuster? So Iron Man or Iron Man's augmented buddy suit? Surely cannibalism should get you a less strict sentence because it's more efficient. Soylent Green is people. I would go with Boba Fett over Vader as far as aesthetics go. Vader is so monochromatic. There's no panache. Though those boots are pretty cool. He was banned because he was annoying me. What is X4 Foundations? Yeah, I actually really like Jango Fett's armor because he actually had more armor. He had thigh plates, which you don't see in Boba Fett's armor. Just docking. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Which is, it's kind of weird that there's, well, I suppose it makes sense that there's traffic at this station. The other one's got the bloody plague. You'd think it would be dead. Yeah, what kind of a lunatic would be flying into a plague zone? I hope. People do. Yeah. Plague. And you're all dead. You'll put a link in the comments. Good luck with that. Minimized Hera would be my option. Though I am going to be modding up some Zeuses here in the near future. Hopefully this weekend. Yeah, that's my reason for the Hera too. It's the handle's, huge, but it's much easier to reload. I believe the plural of Zeus is Zoxen. What? Explain yourself, sir. A spring-assisted Zeus mag release. That would be interesting. I could see that being useful. Or basically ejects the magazine like a shell, like a cartridge. It's when in doubt, always use the OXEN pluralization. I mean, if you want to be technical, given that it's a proper name of a god, there shouldn't ever be a plural. But if there was going to be a plural, since it's Greek, it would be Zeus's, because Greek words use the ES plural. But Zoxen is so much more fun. Yeah, they actually have, I think he provides links to clear backpacks that you can put your gear in. What happened? Was I, oh, I'm too far from the station. Is that what happened? That sounds like fun. The spring-loaded Wakazashi sheath. No, Helios is a Greek sun god.
Do you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation.
What? Okay. Well, in that case, I probably will as well. Go get some other stuff done. They'll live. Look at that 1.4 million in delicious, delicious trade dividends. So what was the total haul? I think I started out with 30 million in trade. Not too shabby, sir. Indeed. Alright, well, I do believe I will call it and go tinker with stuff. No, not at all. It's actually Indeed. What?
Pilots,
I can't imagine Coop wouldn't be there unless he decides he doesn't want to go, but I'm sure he'd be invited. And Helios is the personification of the sun.
this station operates a zero-tolerance policy towards criminal infractions.
Helios is Greek. Helios is Latin because they like U's in Rome? I don't know. Helivus? I like the concept of the Spectre stock, but it's too flimsy.
The access corridor is designated a no-stop zone. Blockages will be removed using lethal force. Crashes cost. Kill your speed, not your credit balance.
Yeah, I didn't even launch. Yeah.
Fly smart. Fly safe. Reduce your speed inside the docking bay.
Alright then. That is enough for tonight. Thank you all for coming and watching and chatting. There will be more of this, because why not? Have a good evening. I'm gonna go tinker with Lego.